After waiting an eternity,
It's been 84 years.
we have finally been given our next HHN house announcement. Halloween Horror Nights 35 is happening in just under 11 weeks, and up until this week, we had only been given 2 houses coming to this year's event. If you for some reason missed those announcements, the 2 houses that are coming this year are an original, Jack and Oddfellow Chaos and Control, and an IP house based on Sinners. Jack and Oddfellow Chaos and Control will serve as the prologue to this year's festivities, with Jack and Oddfellow also acting as the icons of HHN 35. The theme for this year is the Infernal Carnival of Nightmares, where we will be entering a dark and twisted carnival that has fear on full display. The houses, scare zones, and shows will be feeding the engine that Jack the Clown and Dr. Oddfellow have created. When we first heard this idea 2 months ago, we were all very excited to hear what properties and what original ideas would fit into this haunted carnival. Then, we waited. Our first IP house, Sinners, dropped about 4 weeks ago, and got us all excited about the big start to announcement season. But then, we waited some more.
Well, we're waiting.
Apparently, there was supposed to be an announcement earlier this month, but unforeseen circumstances caused that announcement to be delayed. Rumors being thrown around were everything from merch delays, merch disagreements with a certain IP, Hellraiser, and just other IP licensing legalities. Well, on Wednesday, June 17th, we were finally given our 3rd house coming to this year's event. Confirmed to be coming to HHN 35, we have Stranger Things 5. The description says, join the Hawkins gang for one last adventure as you try to survive an army of Demogorgons, slay the Mind Flayer, and defeat Vecna once and for all. Here's the announcement.
Please come in. Stare too long, and you'll find these mirrors reflect only your darkest fears.
Crossover into Stranger Things 5. One nightmare of many. Only at Universal Halloween Horror Nights.
Stranger Things is actually being stranger to HHN, as in the past we have actually had 3 Stranger Things houses. So we all kind of expected Stranger Things 5 to make an appearance this year. And you know what? I'm here for it. The past houses have all been very fun to go through, and I'm sure this one will be no exception. Are they the scariest houses? No, but they are very cool to go through. I know Stranger Things 5 didn't get the best reception and a lot of people didn't really like how it ended, but I don't think that matters for HHN. I personally didn't mind the season and the series finale. Like, it at least wrapped up most of the storylines even if it was a bit stupid. But I don't think our opinion on how the TV season was will equate to how the house will be. Let's be real, houses like The Exorcist Believer were incredible and had Ryan and I so excited for the movie. And then the movie was a dumb dull dud. So I have faith that the scenes and set pieces from Stranger Things 5 will translate to a great house. My one complaint from past Stranger Things houses though is that they involve too many strobe effects. I remember walking through the 2019 house based on seasons 2 and 3, and in one of the final scenes where the Mind Flayer was attacking us in what I believe was a cabin, the strobe lights were so intense that I could barely see anything at all and couldn't really enjoy any of the details. Now, maybe this was on purpose because maybe some of the props were a little rough around the edges. I don't know. But still, I like to take in all the details that the Universal creatives put into these houses. And the strobe lights made it impossible to do that. So hopefully this year's house will have some better lighting, so we can all enjoy what I'm sure will be some cool and very creative sets. Now, if we think back to Stranger Things 5, like the TV season, we'll most likely get some sets of Henry's house, some sets of the Upside Down, and of course some sets with the final battle of Eleven and the gang facing off against the Mind Flayer and Vecna. And you know what I want to see at the very end of the house? I would love to see Joyce with an axe in one hand and Vecna's head in the other. How iconic would that be? Of the houses that have been announced so far, I would rank this number 2 on my list so far, with Jack and Oddfellow being number 1 and Sinners being number 3. I really do think this house has some potential to be a fun, cool house. Is it going to be the scariest house? No, but I'm sure it will be worth doing. And you know what? If you're not a Stranger Things fan and you weren't a fan of the season or the past houses, well, you can breathe a sigh of relief because this will be the last Stranger Things house as the series is now over. So there you have it. There is our newest house confirmed for this year's event. And hopefully our next announcement won't take as long to arrive. We still need to have 8 houses, 4 scare zones, 2 street experiences, and 2 shows to be announced, and the event itself starts in just over 10 weeks. So in theory, we should have a very busy rest of June and July. But now, I want to ask you, are you excited for Stranger Things 5 to come to this year's event? Where does it rank for you in the 3 houses that have been announced so far? And what do you hope is our next announcement? Do you want another IP, or would you want an original house? Or maybe some scare zones or shows? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to know your thoughts and talk HHN with you. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, and if you want more theme park content, please subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Canuck Park Hopper for more theme park fun. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the fog.